This might be the most disrespectful move Becky Lynch has ever made. And we are talking about a woman who has built her entire career on calling people out and breaking rules. What just happened on Raw is sending shockwaves through the entire WWE Universe. And honestly, if you thought the women's division was explosive before, you haven't seen anything yet. Because not only is one of the biggest comebacks in WWE history about to change everything, but the fact that Becky Lynch is making her move right now, in this moment, shows just how dangerous the backstage politics have become. And here's what makes my blood boil. Everyone saw this coming. Everyone. But WWE is going to play with fire anyway, and we're all about to watch it burn. This is the kind of drama that makes wrestling fans lose their minds. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why people are going absolutely insane about this announcement. Stick around because we're breaking down every single detail, and trust me when I say this feud is going to redefine what dominance looks like in the women's division. Before we dive in though, if you're not already a Ring Rumble subscriber, now is the time. Hit that subscribe button because this storyline is about to explode in ways that will absolutely blow your mind. The return that shook the world. Let's be real here. We were not expecting this. AJ Lee, one of the most decorated and influential women's wrestlers of all time, is making her grand return to WWE. This isn't just any comeback. This is the comeback that marks a potential shift in the entire trajectory of women's wrestling on Monday Night Raw. For years, fans have wondered if we would ever see the punk rock butterfly grace the square circle again. And now it's happening, and the roster is absolutely trembling. When AJ Lee was in her prime, she was untouchable. She held the Divas Championship, mesmerized audiences with her psychological warfare, and created some of the most unforgettable moments in women's wrestling history. Her character work was unmatched. Her ability to get inside her opponents' heads made even the most veteran wrestlers sweat. She revolutionized what it meant to be a women's wrestler in WWE by proving that you didn't need just size or strength, you needed intelligence, unpredictability, and a mind game that could decimate anyone across the ring from you. And now, she's back, and Becky Lynch knows exactly what this means. Becky Lynch's calculated strike. This is where things get absolutely fascinating. Becky Lynch didn't wait. She didn't sit back and let the celebration happen. The moment, and I mean the moment, that AJ Lee's music hit that arena, Becky was already making her move. She came out there with purpose, with intensity, and with a message that was crystal clear. I don't care if you're making a comeback. I don't care if the crowd wants to celebrate you. In my ring, under my watch, you're going to have to go through me first. What Becky did was pure psychological warfare. She didn't jump AJ, she didn't attack her. No, she stood there, looked her in the eye, and essentially said, I see you, I know what you can do, and I'm telling you right now, I'm coming for everything you're about to try to accomplish. That's the kind of confidence that only comes from someone who truly believes they are the absolute best. But here's the thing that makes this even more interesting. Becky is right to be confident, but she's also smart enough to know that AJ Lee is different. She's different from the usual challengers. She doesn't play by normal rules. Her mind games are legendary. And that's what makes this such a dangerous game for Becky. Because while Becky is an amazing wrestler, an incredible performer, and someone who can throw down with anyone in that ring, AJ Lee is the kind of opponent that doesn't just want to beat you physically, she wants to beat you mentally. She wants to get into your head, make you question yourself, and by the time you realize what's happened, you're already broken. The psychological warfare begins. This is the most underrated aspect of this entire situation, and I need to emphasize this because it's absolutely crucial to understanding why this feud is going to be so incredible. AJ Lee didn't just come back to be another competitor in the women's division. She came back as a woman who has nothing to lose and everything to prove. She's been gone for a long time. The hunger is real. The desire to reclaim her spot is burning inside her. But Becky Lynch is also someone who thrives under pressure. She wants the challenge. She wants the biggest names, the most decorated wrestlers, the ones who can actually take her to places she hasn't been before. That's what gets Becky out of bed in the morning. So when AJ Lee returned, Becky didn't see a threat. She saw an opportunity to prove once and for all that she is the undisputed queen of Monday Night Raw. And here's what's absolutely fascinating about this too. Both of these women operate on the exact same wavelength. They both understand that wrestling isn't just about who can hit the hardest move or who can make the other person bleed. It's about who can control the narrative. It's about who can make the crowd believe that they are the one who will walk out victorious. It's about manipulation. It's about strategy. It's about being 5 steps ahead of your opponent at all times. The psychological games between these two are going to be insane. Every word they say in a promo is going to have 15 layers of meaning. Every move in the ring could be a setup for something else. Every moment will matter. And that's the kind of match that makes wrestling special. What this means for the women's division. We need to talk about the bigger picture here, because this isn't just about Becky versus AJ, it's about what kind of women's wrestling WWE wants to present going forward. For the last few years, Becky Lynch has been the face of the division. She's carried the weight on her shoulders. She's done interview after interview, match after match, and provided consistent excellence night after night. She's earned her spot as the top woman in the company through hard work and absolutely refusing to accept anything less than perfection. But now, with AJ Lee returning, there's a question that hangs in the air. Can Becky maintain that position? Can she keep her crown? Or is the women's division about to experience a seismic shift? And here's the thing that makes this so compelling. We don't know the answer. That's what makes great wrestling. That's what makes people tune in, because nobody is certain about how this is going to play out. And that uncertainty is what drives engagement, what creates discussion, and what makes fans absolutely invest themselves in the outcome.